Welcome. Thank you for joining us. We're just getting started on a heart opening practice. We're going to open up the front of the heart, making space for the interior of our chest region, for our lungs and our heart to have space. If you think about it, a lot of times we are kind of hunched over in this forward looking posture, typing at our computers or looking at our phones or maybe writing or drawing or cooking or whatever you have. We're not in this lifted upright position. So we're going to focus on doing that. One of the physical aspects of yoga is just changing your habitual posture from what it has been through the rest of the day so that we can counteract those things. And then also in the hunching forward, the closing down of the heart and the lungs and the constriction that causes, it also causes the space between the shoulder blades to be strained and overstretched. So not only do we want to open the heart, but we want to bring some release to the shoulders and maybe even do some things to strengthen the shoulders a little bit. So let's start sitting in a comfortable seat. You can do this first part from a chair if you like, or you can sit on a folded blanket or a cushion or some such thing to lift your hips. Find a place where you are centered and maybe start by just swaying forward and back gently. And then maybe swaying a little from side to side. And just find that place where you are neither too far forward nor too far back, where you are not sitting leaning over towards the right or the left, but that you are tall and centered and strong, thinking about yourself in this vertical plane, the spine being the stability and the structure from which everything else is supported. And then just begin to notice the breath. Maybe closing the eyes, maybe taking a soft gaze. Just notice where you notice it. Maybe you notice the airflow at the ends of your nostrils. Maybe you notice your shoulders or your chest rise and fall. Maybe you even notice your belly expand and soften. And as you notice the breath, just bring your awareness to the bottom of your body, your legs, your feet, your sit bones, wherever you have contact with the ground underneath you. And recommit to that tall, centered spine. Next time you inhale, go ahead and draw your shoulders up towards the ears and then draw them back and down. Maybe do that again, inhaling the shoulders up, exhale as they come back and down. And then one more time, we'll inhale the shoulders up and back and down. And we'll keep the shoulders anchored down towards the sit bones, tucking that chin, drawing the base of the skull up towards the sky. Pressing down your palms on your thighs, your knees, your legs and your sit bones on the ground, your heart lifted, crown of your head lifted up towards the sky. Even this here is a strengthening pose. As you sit tall and strong, invite yourself to stay here in this present moment with your attention anchored on your breath and the sensations of your body. Just being here now, letting go of the past, letting go of the future, letting go of the time-traveling mind. And the next time you inhale, go ahead and extend your arms out towards the side, reaching your fingers left and right. Bring those arms up alongside the ears and the palms together, and then exhale, bringing your hands down to meet your heart. Let's do that 2 more times together. Inhaling to sweep the arms out and up. Staying committed to that centered, tall spine as you bring your palms together and exhale, hands down to meet your heart. 1 more time, we'll inhale out and up and reach, palms together, hands to heart. And maybe just bow your chin gently towards your chest. Just a simple acknowledgement of your right to be here, of this time and space of coming home into your body, allowing yourself to feel safe in your body, to trust your body and all the 7 billion cells that it keeps healthy for you every day. And then as you release your hands, let's inhale the arms up alongside the ears once again. And then as you lower and exhale, just gently twist towards the right. Just let your hands come down wherever they come. No need to push or pull against that right knee. Just let the left hand be anchored in a place that still allows you to have that tall spine. Inhaling length here. Exhale, twist any amount more, or maybe just soften into this twist. And you might even take your gaze back over the right shoulder. And from here, maybe looking back over your right shoulder, you might acknowledge the past, what has been, both positive experiences and negative experiences, not necessarily judging the experience as good or bad, but simply as joyful or in suffering. All of those things are in the mix and brought you here to today. Just acknowledge those experiences here. 1 more inhale. Stay for the exhale, soften. And then we'll inhale, reaching back to center, bringing the palms together and down to your heart, facing forward, staying here as you breathe. Acknowledging once again this present moment, this time and space that is really all there is. Past is gone, future's yet to be. All we have is right now. Let's milk it for all it's worth, shall we? Let's inhale and reach the arms out and up towards the sky. And this time as you exhale, twist towards the left. Just very gentle, very shallow twist, no pushing or cranking, letting those fingertips come down to meet the ground wherever they land. Inhale, lengthen to the spine. Exhale, soften. Let the shoulders come away from the ears. Maybe as you exhale next, you might look back over that left shoulder, deepen or soften even more. And maybe here, as you look over that left shoulder, you might acknowledge there is a future. We don't know what it is, what it will bring, but it is there ready to unfold before us. And maybe you might Bring a little intention to that future. A future with more joy than suffering, hopefully. One more full breath here. And then we'll inhale the arms back towards center, heart faces center, hands come together. Exhale down to meet your heart. Coming once again to your present moment. At this point, if you're sitting cross-legged, go ahead and switch the cross of your legs. We won't be sitting much longer, but we want to be here long enough to balance out those hips. So let's go ahead and sweep those arms out and up alongside the ears once again. And let's exhale, bringing that right hand down to the ground and reaching the left fingertips up and over. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left fingertips down towards the ground, reaching up and over. Again, twice more each side. Reaching left, anchoring the left sit bone down. Inhale up. Left fingertips come down, reach left. Anchor the right sit bone down. I think I got my lefts and rights a little mixed up there. I apologize. You know what we're doing. Reaching towards the right with the left fingers one more time. Reaching towards the left with the right fingers one more time. Reaching all the way up towards the sky. And then bring that right arm across the heart, hugging it in with the left arm. Recommit to that tall, strong, beautiful spine, tucked chin, lifted heart. Hug that right arm in and breathe into the space behind your heart. Expanding the space and then allowing it to soften. One more full breath right here. And then we'll inhale the arms up alongside the ears. Once again, exhale, crossing the left arm over the heart, hugging it in with the right hand. Always knowing that anything I suggest here is just a suggestion. If anything doesn't feel good to you, if you've got something going on in your shoulders and this is not supportive for you, skip it. Always feel free to come down to child's pose or shavasana whenever the impulse comes up in you. Listen to your body and yourself. And the next time we inhale, we'll sweep those arms out and up alongside the ears. Once again, exhale, bringing the hands right on down to the heart. And then let's go ahead and find tabletop. Move any support you have out of the way, but keep them nearby in case they might come in handy for your practice later on. We're just going to come right on over to our strong tabletop position, finding that same really long, strong spine here. If this feels funky on your wrists, you can always use your fists for wrists, coming to that flat part of the fingers, the outsides of the fingers, and really making nice strong wrists here. Not locking the elbows, but nice and strong and straight. If that does not feel good and you have yoga blocks nearby, you can take them in their medium setting, this being low, this being high, and just bring your forearms to rest on the blocks using open palms, karate chop hands, maybe fists if that feels better in your body here, just to keep the weight off the wrists. So wherever you are in your practice, honor that. You might switch around back and forth and see what feels good to you today. But we're just going to go ahead and begin rocking back and forth here a little bit. Just kind of reaching the heart forward and sending the hips farther back. And then we'll begin to move through some cat-cows here. Inhale as you drop the belly, draw the heart forward, lift the tailbone and the gaze. Exhale, round the belly button to the spine, draw the tailbone down towards the earth, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly, open the heart. Exhale, round the spine, belly button hugging up and in. 2 more rounds, moving with your breath. Focusing on the opening of the front body as you inhale forward into cow. And focusing on the line of the back body as you exhale into cat. And then we'll come back to our nice strong table here. Let's inhale and send that right leg out long. Just point those toes down towards the earth. Nice and square hips to the mat here. Let's bend that right knee and just make some circles with that right hip in one direction. Maybe 3 or 4 in one direction, and then switch 3 or 4 in the opposite direction. Just getting a little mobility in that hip here. One more inhale as you send that right leg out nice and long, and then we'll exhale, step the right leg all the way up and through, landing between your 2 hands. However you get it there, might not be super graceful. I like to use blocks here to bring the earth a little closer to me, and I like to kind of pick up that back knee and scooch it back a little bit to make more space in my hips. You can also bring your fists or your fingertips down to the mat here, maybe kind of tucking that right thigh up into your armpit to get a little closer to the earth. Or you might want to bring your right hand and then your left to rest on top of your right thigh. Hi, princess. She's just checking out the action. And we just kind of push up and away from that right thigh. Find your tall spine once again. Shoulder blades down, heart lifted. Wherever you are, just take a nice deep breath, softening the shoulders, sinking into the hips. And then maybe bring your hands up to meet your heart. And you might want to stay here, or it might feel nice to twist towards the right. Keeping your hands at your heart here, staying nice and lifted. Or you might want to bring that left elbow down to the right knee or the outside of the right thigh and press into that thigh, kind of giving yourself a little leverage as you twist and look back over your right elbow. Draw that right shoulder back and down, and just notice that space in between the shoulder blades behind the heart. Oh, looks like Princess is gonna try and knock this plant over here, so I apologize in advance if I have to make a mad dash to save it. One more full breath here. And then we'll inhale, unwind, come back to center. And let's go ahead and send the hips back over that back knee. Inhale forward, restacking that knee over the ankle. Exhale back. You might keep the sole of the foot down to the mat as you come back and forth, just kind of lubricating the hips here. If you want to get a stretch across the front of the shin, you might keep the sole down. If you want to stretch along the hamstring or the back of the calf, you might lift the toes up. Just a couple more times, moving with your breath, using blocks if you have them, or keeping your hands anchored down to wherever's comfortable for you. And then the next time you exhale to the back, we're just going to stay there. Find your tall spine. Decide if you want to keep the foot flat to the mat or lifted towards the sky. Inhale, lengthen to that spine as you tuck the chin. Exhale, come forward towards your knee any amount. If you've got blocks, you might adjust their position as you continue coming closer to this front leg. Just notice what you notice. Any areas of tightness or tension. Just imagine the breath. Inhaling, expanding, exhaling, releasing. And the next time you inhale, let's all come forward, restacking the knee over the ankle and coming back into your tabletop. We'll take a couple cat-cows here just to realign everything. Moving with your breath. And then let's inhale and send that left leg back nice and strong and straight here. Take a peek back at those toes and see if they're dialed down, pointing towards the earth. Hips nice and square, getting stronger in the shoulders here, getting stronger in the spine. And then let's bend the left knee and make those rotations in the left hip. Finding 3 or 4 in one direction and then 3 or 4 in the next direction. The opposite direction, I should say. And then we'll inhale, length through the left leg. Exhale, draw the left knee up and in, planting it between your palms. Find your blocks if you're using them. Send that back leg back if you want to create some more space. Smile at your kitty cat or your dog or your bird or whatever you got going on. Maybe you got a plant you can smile at. And just let those hips sink. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Tuck the chin. Lift the heart. Couple breaths here. And then either stay here or bring the left hand to the top of the thigh and the right hand to the top of the left hand and press into that left thigh. Nice and tall and straight and strong in your spine. Maybe close your eyes and challenge your balance, or maybe find a focal point to keep your attention on and to keep yourself steady. You may want to stay right here, or you might want to bring those hands to meet your heart and take that gentle twist to the left. Any amount, again, it doesn't have to be deep or sharp or push or pull. But if you do want to go a little deeper, you can bring that right elbow down to the top of the right thigh or hook it on the outside of the left thigh, left thigh, and maybe look back over your left elbow. Breathe into the ribs. Find that tall spine even here. One more full breath. Inhale, unwind, bring your hands back down to the mat, and we'll just go back and forth here. Lubing up that hip, getting the synovial fluid flowing, massaging your adrenal glands here in the groin and in the back of the knee. Getting all that lymphatic fluid running throughout your body along with the blood coming around. getting all that stagnation out and getting things moving again. You might want to keep the sole of the foot down. Just move the blocks out of the way here. Or you might want to lift the toes up towards the sky. One more inhale forward, and then we'll exhale and stay here. Find your toes lifted to the sky or press to the earth, whatever feels best and most supportive for your body. We'll inhale, lengthen the spine. Doing your checklist, crown of the head, chin, heart, shoulder blades. Exhale any amount closer to your front knee. And we'll just stay here for a couple nice deep breaths. Breathing into any spaces of tightness or tension. And then let's inhale all the way forward. Let's tuck those back toes under. Lift the back leg. And step to the top of the mat, letting your right foot come alongside the left. Inhale here for a halfway lift, pressing into the tops of your thighs, or maybe your shins, or bringing hands to blocks or down to the earth. Continue staying with your halfway lift for a few breaths. Straightening your legs as much as feels good to you without locking them, although you can keep a nice deep bend here if that feels better in your back. But if you have the length, go ahead and let it come. Extend. Nice, long, strong spine here. Draw the shoulder blades back towards the sit bones. Hug the elbows in. Let's bring the hands to the hips. Bend the knees a little bit. Inhale and press into your feet, coming all the way up to mountain pose. Take a nice big inhale in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth with a sigh. Do that 2 more times. The 3rd time, let's inhale the hands up to the sky. Big sigh, hands all the way down to your heart. Anchored here. And again, notice the bottom of your body touching the ground, this time your feet rather than your legs and your sit bones. Notice your palms touching one another right at your center, right at your heart. Let's inhale, reach the arms up alongside the ears. Encircle that right wrist in your left fingers, and we'll exhale over towards the left. Press your right foot strongly down, reaching up and over and breathing into your right side ribs. Stay for a full breath. And then inhale back to center, switch wrists, lean right, press into the left foot, staying anchored and strong here. Taking a full breath. Let's inhale, reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, release. Let's go ahead and open up the arms here. And then wrap the right arm over the left and give yourself a big hug. Stacking the elbows. Staying in your Tadasana. Finding that tucked chin. Inhaling space in between your shoulder blades. You might even inch those fingers back a little farther and hug yourself a little tighter. You might want to stay right here, or you might want to come to any form of eagle arms, any variation. We've got our kind of V-shaped variation here where we're pressing that right tricep into the top of the left forearm, opening up through that right shoulder blade. You might like to bring the backs of the hands together, or you could do the full wrap palm to palm. Breathing into the space behind your heart, drawing the shoulder blades down the back. Let's inhale and lift the elbows up towards the sky. Exhale, draw them down and in front, anchoring the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, gentle little back bend. Exhale, anchor at center. One more time. Inhale, lift, back bend. Exhale, anchor, release. Let's switch arms, wrapping the left arm over the right. Coming in for that hug. Nice and tight. Give yourself a big squeeze hug. Maybe take another big breath and another big exhale. Staying with the hug variation or the V variation or backs of hands or front of palms. Drawing the shoulder blades down the back, tucking your chin. Inhale, lift the elbows, gentle back bend. Exhale, recenter. Inhale, lift. Draw the shoulder blades down and back. Exhale, center. Lift one more time. Breathe into the space behind the heart. Exhale, release the arms. Just shake them out a little bit. And then we're gonna make our way right on down to the floor any way you wanna get there, or you can join me at the front of the mat. Inhale, the arms out and up. Bring the palms together and down to meet your heart. And then inhale, the fingers up, look up, turn the palms out, bring them down into a swan dive as you bend the knees deeply all the way into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift of your choice. Exhale, we're coming right on down to the mat, one leg and then the other. We'll cross the ankles and roll across, coming to the seat, or just flip your legs out to one side or the other, just coming to a seat. Let's find Dandasana, staff pose here. Basically the same thing as our halfway lift, our Ardha Uttanasana. But this time we're sitting instead of standing, but we're still making this strong number 7 shape. You might bring those fingertips out to either side. Inhale and exhale. And then we'll drag that right heel up, bending the right knee, just as far as you can get it while still keeping that tall, strong spine. And then we're just gonna cross that right ankle over the left shin and maybe bring the ankle on top. Just a very little cross of the legs. Let's inhale and draw those arms up alongside the ears. As you exhale, lift your ribs up and away from the pelvis and hinge forward over that right knee. Inhale, lengthen your spine once again. Exhale, fingertips down to the earth. You might stay nice and lifted here, continuing to build strength in the spine, continuing to encourage the heart forward. Or you might reach your left peace sign for your left big toe. Wrap that toe with the yogi toe lock. And then you might take your right peace sign and wrap that right big toe Inhale, strong, long spine here. Exhale, draw the elbows out and away from one another and the head towards the knee. Anywhere you are, we're going to stay for 3 full breaths. Relax the jaw. Relax the shoulders. Breathe into any areas of tension or tightness. And then we'll release the toes. Inhale back to a tall spine. Unwrap the legs. Windshield wiper the knees, the feet from side to side. And then we'll find our tall spine once again. And this time we'll bend the left knee, dragging that left heel up. Keeping that tall spine. As soon as you start to lean back, that's as far as you go. And then we'll lift that right or left leg, crossing the ankle over the right. Bye, princess. Oh no, she's gonna try to eat my aloe plant now. Inhale the arms up alongside the ears. Exhale, hinging up and over the legs. Inhale, a little more length in the spine. Exhale, release the fingertips down to the earth. Princess. Let's find that same forward fold here. We'll take the peace sign, right big toe first, and then cross over the left. Inhaling and staying here, softening, or exhaling and coming any amount closer to your legs. Stay there for 3 breaths while I distract my kitty from her. Yeah, let's not. That's right. Let's just not do that. And after you've found those 3 breaths, we'll go ahead and inhale back to a nice tall spine. And then, princess, what the heck? Knock it off, little chica. We'll come to sit in the center of your mat, bend your knees, feet planted on the earth. Any way you want to get there, we're coming down to the back. If you want to make this a core strengthening move, go ahead and release your hands from your legs. Really tap into that core, zipping up down the center. And roll 1 vertebra at a time, slowly, 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 using your core to really slow the momentum down here until you come all the way down. And then we'll inhale everything out nice and long, getting in that big good morning stretch. And then we'll find our final Shavasana. If you have a pillow or a block or a bolster nearby, you might want to take a supported fish posture, and I'm going to demonstrate that for you now with a block, but you could also use a bolster or a pillow. And you just take your prop, whatever you have, and place it at just right underneath your shoulder blades. So the part of the block that's closest to your sit bones is kind of about where your bra strap would be. If you have a pillow and you're using that instead, basically the same thing here. We're just kind of letting the shoulders drape over your prop and lift the heart. And I think I'm going to go with the bolster today, actually. If you've got a bolster or a rolled up blanket or towel, you can extend the arms up and over your prop. Your legs can be extended in Shavasana legs, or you might bring your soles of your feet to the mat, walk them out a little farther than hip width and allow them to just rest upon one another, kind of falling in towards center for that constructive rest pose. Or it might feel nice to bring the soles of the feet together and come into Baddha Konasana, literally counteracting all of the posture that we've had throughout the day today. The seated, forward, folding kind of posture. We're opening back up, coming back into yourself. If none of these options feel good to you, just come to your regular, comfy Shavasana. We're just going to be here for some time. Actually, now that I think about it, we're running a little short on time, so let's just go through a little relaxation practice here, and then I will leave you to your Shavasana. And if you have time to continue here, know that you are only doing good things for your nervous system, for your blood pressure, for your blood sugar, reducing inflammation, increasing healthy hormones, healthy lymphatic and adrenal function. All of those things come to you when you allow your body to relax, recharge, and be restored. So as you rest here, relax the muscles of your face. Relax your shoulders. Relax the belly, pelvis, the arms and the legs. Just allow everything to be soft. Scan your body and notice any places where you are holding any tension. And let this posture be effortless. Notice the breath. Allow it to be soft and gentle. Release the jaw. And please do stay here as long as time allows. Know that I am very grateful and appreciative that you've spent your time here with me today, whether live or on this recording. I know the more people who practice yoga in this world, the healthier our people and our planet, every being will be. The light within me honors the light within each of you. Namaste.